Hello, guys. This is Heartstrings, a new romance podcast in which me, your host, will be talking about all things romance. To introduce myself, you don't really need to know my name, but what you need to know is that I love romance and I love to consume it in every format, be it books, movies, shows, or dramas, irrespective of the language. To start off with what I've been watching this past week, there is a particular Turkish drama who has been all over my Insta feed. So obviously, I had to give in and start it. It's called Arafta. And okay, so if I have to pitch this show to the audience, I would say it's for the fans of mafia romance books. Like if you are a fan of Cora Riley, Rena Kent, Runix, this definitely has those vibes, you know. So you can definitely tune in to watch the show. The problem I have with it though is that first it's very slow if we're talking about the romance, but I know already that Turkish dramas are usually a bit slow because they're like a lot of episodes, so they tend to drag the plot a lot. As I've watched a few dramas, Turkish dramas previously. So yeah, there's that problem. But another thing I don't like is the main lead might be a too much red flag for me. Okay, so the problem I have with it is that I don't mind having a red flag male lead if the female lead gives back as good as she is getting. But I don't personally like seeing a woman getting bullied and not standing up. And I mean, the female lead here is trying to stand up and to stay true to herself, but it's not enough. And obviously, he has the upper hand, so I do not like that kind of romance. One good example of, if I have to give, of two couples who are just, right toxic for each other will be Jude and Carden. Okay. They are my like the OG couple for me. They're like, because Carden is such a bully, right? But Jude was no less a red flag female because she's also violent and she doesn't she won't stand up for injustice, and she is perfect. That's all I have to say. So Jude and Kajan from the Folk of the Air series are like my it couple, and what I look up to if you're talking about red flag male leads or red flag couples, then they're the ones for me. They're the like prime example of it. So yeah, so getting back to this drama, so I did start watching it, and I think I made it to like episode 17 or something, and it's not bad. But it's not that great. So after I stopped watching Arafta, edits of another show caught my eye, and I know this one's been going on for weeks. I think I've seen the actors before, but I didn't pay attention to it much till like yesterday. And I saw that these two actors had like so much chemistry, and the show being Heated Rivalry. Yes, yes, I finally have caught up to it, and it's just amazing. Okay, like these two actors are like so good, and they have insane chemistry, and that is the sole reason that I decided to tune in. So I will say that I have not read the books. Yeah, shockingly, because I love to read books before I see an adaptation of it. But I haven't read the books, and I'm not usually regular consumer of BL shows or MM romance books. I read them sometimes when something catches my eye, and I find something unique or interesting, then I do read it, but I'm not your core BL fan. Okay, so it took me by some surprise that I was like so interested in this show, but honestly, like two hot men and plus high hockey just sounds great, and the trailer was amazing. So I gave in. I gave in to the hype, and yeah, here we are. So, I decided that I should make the first episode on this because everyone's been going crazy. Two episodes are have still not aired, and we're waiting for that. I watched the 4 episodes that are already out, and I decided to talk about it. But I just remember that I haven't really made notes, but I was watching the first 4 episodes because I was like too immersed in it. I was enjoying it so much I did not make notes, which is a bit of a problem because I don't remember a few things. And yeah, I can just rewatch it again, but I've been like I've been thinking that I'll maybe like watch the 4 or 5 episodes before the finale, right before it. So I don't want to rewatch it right now. And so I think the only way that I can think of is that I can talk about the show is go on X and react to some of your posts and memes that people have posted there about this show, which is like my favorite thing to do. Like whenever I miss a show, I just go on X and I search it up, I look it up, and I just find all the memes, and it's just like the best way to refresh my memory of a particular show. So that is exactly what I'm going to do for this one. I'm going to react to all the Heated Rivalry memes and tweets. I have bookmarked some of my favorite tweets, and I'll be reacting to it and talking about the show more as we watch the tweets. So first one being, yeah, this one, what it feels like watching Heated Rivalry, and this one is pretty accurate. Like this is not a show you can watch in public at all. It's very steamy, and it's like I was like talking about it with my friend, and I told her it's like 10% hockey, 20% plot, and the rest 70 is just steamy scenes. So there's that. This one calling the gender of Ilya menace. Oh, but like I love Ilya so much. He's so cute, and they're trying to portray him as this like aggressive player, but I just find him so cute, especially his accent. Oh my god, that scene in which they're like working out, and he's sipping from his bottle, and he just says, "I am sorry," in his Russian accent. It's just so cute. Okay, this one mean like quitting my life, moving to Canada, becoming a journalist, so I can get early access to season 2. Like that's such a good plan, though. I wish. Oh, I wish I can do that. So this one being the scene from episode 4. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys that I seeing like these tweets after I've watched all the 4 episodes, so it might be spoilery if you haven't yet watched all the episodes. I will be not including those tweets which are about like future episodes and what's in the book and everything, because I don't want to spoil you about what the future story will be like for them. But the rest, yeah, so spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the 4 episodes, go back, watch it, and then maybe you can watch this. So yeah, this scene I loved in the, I think it was in episode 4, yeah. So I think it's like one of the first few moments when we see them both very vulnerable. In fact, this whole scene, this and right after the tournament scene is them being very vulnerable and like showing their emotions, and this is like such a tender scene, and like great fan art, by the way. This is a great fan art. Shane Hollander wearing glasses. Yes, yes, baby, yes. So I love, okay, I don't know if it's just me, but I love men in glasses. Especially half naked men in glasses is just a deadly combination. I don't know. It does things to me, okay? And yeah, I find him so hot in this particular scene. I'm lazy, so I don't know that side of you at all. Yes, yes. I think there's another tweet which compares with draws a comparison of the like first episode and like the scene in which like his father says that he's lazy, and he sees himself through his father, and how and that has like affected his mentality of how he sees himself. And I feel so bad for Ilya. I think there's another thing, that Ilya is so lonely and so miserable even in this season, and someone was saying that it's gonna be worse in the next season, but I already feel so bad for him. Like Shane is a cutie, but like he has the people, he has the support system. Meanwhile, Ilya doesn't, so I feel so bad for him, and yeah, I love him. He's cute. So yeah, this Scott and Kip are like so cute, bro. I've seen some people say that they didn't like episode 3 because it didn't have um, Ilya and Shane. But I think it was very, very nice to have Scott and Kip. Mainly because it's just the stark contrast in both of these couples, and it basically being okay. So there's this one couple A, in which both are from hockey itself, and they have to like months go by, like the struggle of it, the months go by and they don't meet, and when they meet they have to like keep it a secret, which is like the same as Scott and Kip, but like the pace with which their relationship blooms is like very different. So we have Shane and Ilya, which are like been into each other since 8 years, but like the pace at which their relationship has progressed is like way too slow. Meanwhile, these two, they have been okay. So they hooked up once, and then he basically asked him to like move into his house. He's like, I want you to be here, which I loved. I loved that Scott was so honest about it. What his intentions are. Though I do understand his struggle and why he cannot come out of his closet. So yeah, I love that. I love them. I think it's very much needed. Yes, I love how domestic they are. Like so cute. Oh, I love it. I don't know, something about gay men and how gentle they are with each other just works for women, even for like strict women. Okay, this one being, look at this little angry face. Yes, yes, his angry kitten face is like so cute. My god. Started my rewatch from episode 1, and holy shit, this bad. Yeah, so I was talking about this, in which his father says that how can he can be, how you say, lazy, and he thinks, yeah, that's what he is. It's like ingrained into him. And Shane's being like, I don't know that side of you at all. All I see is a man who works really hard to achieve what he wants, and I just love that. I love that he's unintentionally, erasing those memories in a way. Shane after Tuna Miles, ultimate straight. Okay, yeah, funny guys. Okay, great fan art though, but very devastating scene, might I say. We'll talk about it more. The way Shane lets himself fall into Leah's chest and let us smirk from knowing the word fatherish. And yes, very, very, again, very tender scene. And I just, who doesn't like a good petting and cuddling? And this one is just like so perfect. The scene and the scene afterwards, obviously, guys, we all loved it. But even though it was like devastating, but yeah, very, very nice scene. Again, I love their chemistry so much. My favorite takeaway from these two episodes Yes, care, concern, and consent. This creates so much important to Ilya as a character. Yes, I love that. I love that he always asks if Shane is comfortable with something or not, and if he's not, he stops, and only after he has given his consent that they. I think it's so beautiful to have a consensual relationship, and I think a lot of Asian BL shows do lack in that. They are very like obsessed with non-consensual scenes. So I think it's amazing that they're showing consent here. The concept of trying to get laid as a distraction from your ex situationship to find your ex situationship in the same club. Yeah, this one I have seen the edits of both Belly and Shane, and them being the representation of hesitation being in a club at what cost. That was funny. Princess wife baby girl. Oh, he's the baby girl. He's the cinnamon roll. Absolutely. And this shot, this scene, the wife pic is basically like one of my favorites. Like he looks so cute. The concept of him hiding the sock as his true self. Yeah, so I kind of missed the symbolism here. So I think it's symbolizing that how he's in the closet. So he has to keep his personality hidden and away his secrets to himself. He cannot come out. And he has to hide his favorite thing and from Kip. And the socks are like so cute, bro. So cute. Kip is so cute, man. I don't know. I really love bottoms in this show. The two bottoms we have. I mean, I love Ilya too, but like Shane and Kip are very cute. I haven't seen anyone praising them. Yes. So Shane's parents, yes, I love them. I think her mom would be very supportive to Ilya as well later on. And because she's like so nice, bro. She's like always there for her son. Shane thinking Ilya is taking that woman home, so he takes Rose home, but Ilya ends up alone thinking of Shane. Ah, yes. Oh, bro, the angst is too much. Literally too much for me, and I know for the book readers it will be next level because when you read the devastation that the characters are going through, is just so much worse. Even though the scene was very well shot out and we were feeling the tension, the angst and everything. And yes, the fact that Ilya had to go home alone and think about what Shane was doing at the time is like very, very sad and devastating. But yeah, like I'm happy that I can't say anything. Ilya smiled when Shane folds his clothes as a toga. I know. Okay, so I think you guys already know that Shane is supposed to be like autistic, and he's like very organized. So he always comes over, or he takes off his clothes and then folds it very properly, and I find that very cute as well. For a single episode based on Game Changer, they did a very good job adapting almost entire story. Yes, I think it was a very good episode. Episode 3 was amazing. I can't get over him in this scene. He's stunning. Yes, I would give it to the actors. Like their eyes act so well. It is just amazing. Ilya saying, "Oh, this is going up," with the most awkward expression on his face. He doesn't know he's talking to his future mother-in-law. Okay, so this scene gagged me. I don't know why. The idea of, you're going up, you're going up for a hookup, and then you see the mother of the man you're trying to hook up with right before it is just crazy. It's so crazy. OMG, another level, yes. Just my favorite scene. I found Ilya so cute in this scene. Also, these two, yep. Just them looking at each other is like amazing. What do you mean by being ghosted for 6 months and you still look at him and beg him like that? Yes, I know, right? Ah, Shane, you baby girl. You're so cute. Watching illegally and now they're speaking Russian for over 10 minutes and I got no subtitles. Okay, this is so relatable because I do not have Crave and I do not have HBO Max, so I have to watch it from some other sources. And I had to like find another source because the subtitles weren't working when they're talking in Russia. My favorite detail of these first two episodes is that acting here. Now they added that Shane was so proud of Ilya. Yes, they're both so proud of each other, and I love that. I love both their reactions, and especially when Ilya won, bro. I think I saw I saw an edit of it and just him. He was like so happy, and he says that I did it for you, mom, and his mom is like no more. She is dead, and I think that's so beautiful, man. The happiness on his face is next level. Russians do not do this, please. He's like, yes. Another of my favorite Ilya lines. The way he says it's like amazing. Like, okay,
Life if I blushed, Russians do not do this.
love it. We didn't even kiss. Oh yes, this scene, man. Oh, the moment he realizes that he has real feelings for his situationship, and oh my god, I felt it, bro. I felt it like, Ilya should have slapped his dad in the room. It's not like he would have remembered. Oh, this is dark humor, guys. Like, I mean, technically, yes, and I don't have great opinion of his father, but he's sick, so I'm not saying anything. Time jumping, giving me whiplash. Yes, things went on too fast, and like I feel like at the same time, nothing was happening at all. But like suddenly, there's like 2 year time jump, and yeah, it was crazy. The way you can see the exact moment Scott switch turned on. Yes. Okay, cape and glasses is just so hot, man. I don't blame him. I will be turned on to the way I was feeling sobbing to my fist every time they were like this. Yes, parents, that's all I have to say. I can't get over Scott's fond look when he saw Kip fell asleep. Yeah, this meet cute was so good. So well done. Scott into socks after 3 years. Oh my god, this is so funny. You can call me Hollander if you want because I'm the one you want. Again, I think this is pretty good edit.
Broken marriage. Starting to sound like him.
Oh yeah, this scene, man, in which okay, so this scene in which Shane is chirping to Scott, and what a reply, man! What a reply Scott gave. You started to sound like him. Then the fight that happened afterwards, just cinematic. That's all I have to say. Yeah, pushing Shane into the boats while grinning, and then there's when they're not really talking to each other, and he's like more aggressive. Yeah, the parallel is like crazy, and it hits you hard, like the toll is taking on both of them, but mainly Ilya because he doesn't have a lot of people. He only had this this thing to look forward to, this situationship, and now he doesn't even have that, and yeah, I feel bad for him. Okay, so this PS3 allegation, I decided to add this in because it's so funny, and I actually believed it for a moment. By the way, I love Oscar, and I wasn't too happy when the last race happened and he placed third. Okay, I think I was hoping till the last moment that somehow Max or Oscar wins, and they didn't. So yeah, this is like my two worlds colliding. I don't know who spread the rumor that Hudson took inspiration from Oscar Piastri, but yeah, I love Oscar, so shout out to him, Mr. Businessman, Mr. Landlord. Mr. Real Estate. Oh my god, he's so cute. Man, Ilya is just adorable. So, yeah, these were all the bookmarks that I have saved up. Now, I will be meeting you all when episode 5 or 6 is, and we'll be back with some of new memes, and we'll be talking more about Heated Rivalry. See you then.